We are back with a casual conversation. I hope y'all enjoying the lovely, cozy room we are in. I hope you lay back and enjoy the sounds of our sweet voice. Even though sometimes it get raspy, sometimes it get loud, sometimes the pitch goes off, sometimes the voice don't match, and sometimes a lot of craziness ensues. I am, of course, joined with the host of Casual Conversations, Afro Comedy 765. How you doing today, my guy?
You already know. You're a local neighborhood scumbag here to give the folks their daily dose of dirtbag. Same gimmick, different day. Alu Akbar. Something else that Destiny might tweet for us all said and done.
Yes. Thank you for listening to my sultry voice. You done listened for 1 minute. Now you have suckered in. Now I can be loud and annoying.
Yep. So we made it. We made it past the first 7 seconds of any irreparable damage from curse words.
I'm talking about my sultry voice. Like after a while, like
Okay.
you here now. You have been in casual conversation in this cozy room for a minute. You might well stay now.
So basically, you're like, I'm through trying to impress y'all niggas. We're gonna talk real now.
Yeah, so you here now. But first off, I am Zelmay, one of the co-host of Casual Conversation, and of course, the first topic we want to get to. We got some wild topics today, and plus the Casual Conversation can go anywhere. But the first conversation I want to know is on this show, Tory has called out Destiny that his Twitter is boring, and then he decided that he's going to take on the whole entire religion.
Yep, he accepted my challenge and far exceeded expectations. Like far exceeded expectations. Like, see, my camera fell over. That's how far that nigga exceeded expectations. But no, yeah, I didn't expect it. It was literally like the next day. Surprised the shit out of me.
He did say he was going to turn it up on that day before, and so he like, I'm turning up my Twitter. And the guy, basically, for y'all that don't know what happened, I don't even have the tweet because I don't forget which one it was. But the guy called out Christians saying they soft because they wouldn't let the LGBTQ community make Jesus look gay. They wouldn't let that happen to Muhammad. And Destiny decided to surprisingly defend Christianity in sort of a way.
Yeah, there's a first time for everything, yo.
Yeah. And then he was like, "You talking about that?" And then, of course, it came with a bunch of meme tweets, some wild meme tweets.
Blue-haired bisexual Muhammad was not what I expected to see.
Yeah. Basically, he took the challenge on them, said, "Oh, I wouldn't let nobody disrespect our leader, like y'all let people disrespect Jesus, even though technically Jesus is probably number 1 or 2 in the Quran, if you actually read it, which is very interesting. Like, I wouldn't let him disrespect. I'm like, you do realize that guy is in the Quran and probably at least the second most important person in the Quran, which is very interesting. After a person that read the Bible and the Quran, you learn like, Jesus is like
interesting situation to say the least.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's an interesting person, which is, I do kind of agree that it's kind of look like an aesthetic when you say something like that. Like, you like, oh, I wouldn't let him disrespect our leader like that. I'm like, oh, you do realize Jesus is a leader in the Quran, right? He is mentioned more in the Quran than the Bible. For people that don't know that fact, it's an interesting fact.
Yeah, but we got to remember that all these different religious works were written by people who weren't even around for the times of the people they're writing about.
Yeah, but like I said, he's important in that religion too. So it kind of confused me in the first place because I'm like, he's important to y'all religion too. He's important to y'all religion too. So he decided to make do the same thing they did to Jesus to Muhammad, and I saw his text, his DMs, and it was like 3,000 death threats. Only like,
bruh, it was. I was impressed. I was like, this nigga is so boring, and he was like, here, let me pop off and piss off a good part of the population real quick.
The largest religion in the world right now.
Yeah, but let's say the biggest religion there is. Here, I used to think that I was edgy taking shots at Scientology. This nigga's over here trying to take on Islam. That's different.
By the way, even to the point that his bodyguard Zerk was like, Steven, what are you doing?
Zerka didn't want no problems after a while. He was like, damn, that's a lot of niggas. He was like, I could fight 1 or 2, but shit.
Yo, when your bodyguard asks you what you doing, after he was willing to take on the black community for clout, he was like, "Hey,
Zerka was like, I'm here to throw hands with House Voted Pot Lord."
But then all of a sudden you take on he like he had a
Now, when you add in the whole nation of Islam, that's why it gets a little iffier.
He's in the bed too, talking his nice voice. Like normally, Zerk will be going crazy on Twitter and be like, "Hey, Steven,
He was like, damn. I don't want to look like a bitch or nothing, but whole lot of Muslims out there, bro. Whole lot of them.
Yeah, so I was like, this is a wild art. Again,
I'm here for it though.
Again, I always say this. If I hope nothing bad happens to him in the way of y'all know what could happen, because if y'all, he even mentioned the guy, what's the guy from Europe named Patrick?
Yeah.
I don't want to say his name wrong, but the guy who basically just showed a picture of Muhammad in a classroom, and one of the students took offense to it. So let's see. I'm trying to think of his name, but I think it's Patrick. Some dude. That story, y'all can look it up. You look up a guy in France who took a picture and posted in class, and they didn't play with that. So
Islam is taken seriously in a lot of places. Not every place is like America where you can get off a joke about religion here and there.
Yeah, so I'm thinking America, he could just get beat up. I don't know if they'll do like, and everybody know my stance on shot content, but it wasn't, to me, this wasn't quite the level of shot content when he was just referring to another thing. And then he couldn't really, some of the stuff, it was, you don't typically don't do that. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Like, people are really serious. People are very serious about said thing. So Tori is taking care of some business right now, but yeah, it's a very serious situation.
It is. Islam coming after you is not something to joke about.
It is not, and he just apparently which
unless you're destiny, I guess.
I gotta give him credit though. The dude is the ballsiest dude I've ever seen in my life. I'm just being, that man has offended the right, the left,
the center,
black people,
black people, white people, Asians. I'm sure at some point. Justin doing the damn thing.
The N-word manifesto, which is a very interesting. I'm like, this dude is the ballsiest dude, and hey, that's considered white privilege. Is that white privilege?
Bruh, he is proving white privilege. He's like, I'm finna get off offending everybody, and ain't nobody gonna touch me. Bruh, he is a white non-cisgender male in America. That nigga's damn near like protected by Homeland Security. Let's be real.
No, I was like, you saw Charleston White wasn't protected even in Houston. They're like, hey, Jay Prince know a lot of people. And he like, what?
Huh?
That's funny, bro. Charleston White was gonna do a show, and the police said, "No, we ain't showing up."
Hey, Charleston White, still the funniest shit ever is that nigga Mason Soldier Boy. That shit'll forever be hilarious. Charleston White pepper spray and Soldier Boy is grade A content.
Tori, he must have known who Jay Prince was when he went to.
Hey, I was gonna say he was talking that shit, and then I was thinking where he's from the South. I was like, you sort of by de facto sort of have to know who Jay Prince is. Whole mob ties, all this and that.
Maybe he been in jail. Maybe he's in jail too long, because that man came up to police like, nah.
He was talking spicy for a nigga that ain't got them, but like most of the niggas that talk spicy about Jay Prince, I feel like they got enough money to deal with whatever could come from that. Charleston White does not fall in that category.
I mean, the only place that you can even say 6ix9ine got ran out of was Austin when he had beef with Jay Prince Jr.
Yeah.
And the police literally talked to him and said, listen, we are not going to protect you. We are not showing up to your show.
I mean, it's the same thing they told Charleston White though, and that's why he got on live. He was like, that's when he was talking about how they need to launch an investigation into the Houston PD and all that shit. But I mean, at the end of the day, you sort of, you can blame the cops if they're like, we're not finna do our job, which is to protect and serve. Like, these niggas is too ratchet for that. That's saying something.
So for our white listeners, can we tell the truth real quick? The police in the hood typically does this, and they don't care.
Yeah, I was gonna say they ain't finna get their faces blown off or getting some wild ass shootout for you wanting to be stupid.
I don't think people realize what really go on in the hood. Too. I think people be shocked if you like the police don't show up. They'll show up like after it's done because they like, oh, we ain't getting shot for y'all. Whereas
Only I would say if there's a shooting, you can count on the police to be at least 15 minutes late.
it's all done. Everybody done got shot. The
Yeah,
police show
they
up.
gotta make sure everybody's had time to get far enough away to where they ain't got to try and buck it out with somebody.
Hey, you know the gangsters know it too. That's why they don't do it. That's why they don't act up in the suburbs too. Because the police show up in the suburb quick.
Real
But in the
quick.
hood, they like ain't nobody coming to pick us up. That's a
Oh
sad
yeah, I was
truth.
gonna say if it's a gated, well, like I think I saw, and I didn't know this. Apparently, there's a lot of gated communities that have like their own personal police forces, almost like securities.
Yeah, so that is a very interesting scenario. I'm still curious. I wonder would Charleston White ever do it. He said he ain't never going to Houston again.
I don't blame him, bro. The way that nigga be talking, why, bruh? Eventually, it's the same way with 6ix9ine. We don't see 6ix9ine talking all that shit now because eventually you talking of shit to where it does become plausible to where you think somebody could hurt you. And with niggas like that aren't like realistically tough guys, like 6ix9ine ain't finna throw hands with nobody. Charleston White probably ain't finna throw hands with nobody either.
Got the mace ready though.
Yeah, exactly. He got the pepper spray for that ass. But the more shit they talk, the more it raises the chances of them likely really having to get down with somebody. So eventually, it's like you don't see 6ix9ine taking up residency in Chicago anytime soon, do you?
Should 6ix9ine change his hair color to blue and call himself Daniel?
That nigga should go back to natural and call himself Daniel. Daniel Hernandez needs to come back on the scene.
I'm Daniel. I'm just here working as a waitress, as a waiter again.
As a waitress, though, you had it right.
I'm the waiter Daniel. Now he went to becoming a thug. It's a very interesting.
I was gonna say that nigga went from being a busboy at a butcher shop to being a big blood.
So that's a very
And then
interesting.
took down the whole organization. This nigga, and it wouldn't have made the 6ix9ine shit so bad if we hadn't watched this nigga tell somebody that he had 20 on live, tell somebody that he would give them 20 grand to kill Chief Keef. I mean, come on. Once he did that, I was like, this nigga just dumb.
And then somebody actually tried and he got arrested too.
Yep, I was gonna say nigga actually took the bait. But that's the thing, he didn't even really shoot at Chief Keef. I mean, he shot there where Chief Keef was at, but from what they were saying, it wasn't like this nigga had like some dead ass aim. But anyways, I mean, that nigga let the gangster shit get to him too heavy. Like, in what world? That is the ultimate form of self snitching. And then he turned around and snitched on everybody else to alleviate some of the pain of his self snitching. Because think any other person who would have got caught legitimately putting a hit on somebody, like they've got the means and the money and the connections, they're not doing less than fucking the year and a half that he sat in there. I mean, come on.
True. Not Destiny the game, Destiny the streamer, BMT. Destiny
Yeah.
the streamer basically he's taking on the whole nation of Islam right now. It's some ultra white blue haired privileged dude. You know, they don't think the blue haired dude, he'll do it anyway. He done took on. The dude is a wild dude for y'all that don't know. Destiny is a very wild man. He's a psychopath. But yeah, Destiny game is not canceled. They actually has they have a new DLC coming out to it. I think it's already out, isn't it?
Yeah, Destiny 2's already out.
I don't know the new DLC.
Oh, I don't know. I don't consistently play Destiny.
I think Destiny has a new DLC that's coming out. I'm trying to look it up to see if Destiny 2 has a. Yeah, they have a new one coming out. They got a new one. I don't know if it's out yet, but I just saw it up.
You see Diablo 4? How do you feel about it? This is casual conversations, folks. We can go anywhere. Blame BMT. He put a video game in there, and now we got to attract my mind on random video games coming out.
Yeah. As the BMT queen, yeah, Destiny even put itself as the Prophet Muhammad as his profile pic. It's a wild thing going on. You can look it up. It's
it's a blue-haired bisexual Muhammad, which is amazing comedically on so many levels. But we got to remember, folks, I'm a scumbag. So offending people's religion is perfectly fine to me. That shit's hilarious.
That is true. But yeah, they're after him. But Diablo 4,
You better hope they're not really after him. If it's not, as long as it's nothing like Diablo Immortal, I feel like that's what you're about to say.
yes, if it ain't microtransaction crazy, it look like it's relatively smooth and it ain't even out yet. So I'm hoping
Exactly.
Diablo always does well.
I was gonna say I'm always a Diablo fan for all the way since 1, installing it on Windows XP back in the day.
Yeah, Diablo 4 is. Yeah, I'm getting it too, PMT.
I'm gonna get it too, but Diablo Immortal sort of scared. I feel like it scared everybody. Like that many microtransactions, like the amount of money you need to spend to max out a character in that game is like.
What's his name? Spent like what 3K, 4K Asmon Gold?
Yeah, and that wasn't even to max out the character.
He didn't even get maxed out. He just got halfway maxed
out. But Asmon owns OTK. Fucking, you know what I mean? Asmon's got money, and he's a Scrooge like that.
And he made his money back because them YouTube videos made a lot of bread.
Oh, yeah. Asmon's YouTube does so fucking good. It's crazy. He damn near does Charlie numbers.
Yeah, so his YouTube video does amazing. So I know he made that back in like two videos. Whatever.
I always start a barbarian. I always go barbarian first in Diablo. I don't know what it is. Always barbarian first playthrough, mage. I had so much fun with it being the necromancer in 3. Necromancer's a dope class.
I probably will go with necromancer or sorceress. I like magic. I'm a big
magic's always fun. Mages
except for Elden Ring. I do some reason more satisfying to. Joe, what's your class in Diablo 4? What's good?
Let me see. I was playing Minecraft Dungeons today, and I think I decided we're gonna go with warrior, swordsman.
I'm going necromancer. What's name? Only game I go warrior in. Only game I go warrior in is like Elden Ring because it seems like it's way more fun than just blasting magic from a distance.
See, that's why you go samurai in Elden Ring, so you can have that mix of going hand to hand. You can get your sword play in, but you've also got a bow to rely on when shit gets a little too iffy and close.
Uniqo, tell us about yourself.
Shadow of the Erd Tree coming soon. Hopefully.
Tell you about what?
Tell us about yourself. You just showed up.
What's up?
Did you get actual sushi or American sushi?
Ninja of Japan sushi. So I don't know.
No, I'm asking, what did you order, nigga? There better not. If it's a California roll, then you can't even call it sushi, nigga. Look, it was a California roll because this nigga is the most basic American nigga in the world. I love Joe to death, though, my nigga.
That's
necromancer's new. Joe, your mic went out. You must test something. Stuck on one. Necromancer new. I want to try the new class out. What you mean?
Well, I was gonna say I wonder if they bring it back because Necromancer was DLC in 3.
Yeah, it was like DLC. I didn't play it to.
I played the shit. Any game that is local 4-player is always gonna come into play in my settings. Like anytime you and the boys can just sit in the living room and play, and you ain't gotta worry about the Wi-Fi signal. It's a good game.
Listen, and again, I got the dynamite roll. My apologies, I got the dynamite roll. It's chicken, it's shrimp tempura and crab and like cucumbers and shit and tokibo, whatever.
Oh yeah, Japanese people are spitting on Joe right now. They're like, "That's not sushi, nigga."
Nigga, it's rice. It's rice, nigga.
It's rice in there. It's a crazy statement, Joe. I love you, but it's rice in there. It's a crazy.
It's surrounded by rice and seaweed, bro. But
I feel that.
You doing Elden Ring? Like, okay,
no one goes that.
Who wants to be a savage? Who wants to be that? Unless you're Tori, obviously you want to.
You want magic?
Hey, y'all niggas remember when Elden Ring dropped? I missed multiple podcasts for Elden Ring.
You did. And it was like super duper excuse. Like you didn't even have to take PTO for that. That was like excuse.
Nope. I was gonna say
you gotta show us your character because I started over because I was gonna play it again.
Shadow of the Erd Tree coming though. I'm ready. New Game Plus is finally gonna come around because I never New Game Plus because I always wanted to make a new character.
Is the level cap different?
It's very different in Souls games because it's a scaling thing. I think max level you can get in Elden Ring is like 700 and something.
I started
So
a new character and I ain't even really started him yet. Bad
so
BMT.
I watched a speed run today while I was like waiting for people to stop waiting on people to finish their activities, and like this dude speed ran it in 58 seconds glitchless.
what? Shut the.
Not 58 seconds. I'm sorry, not 58 seconds, 58 minutes. 58 minutes.
Okay, I was
Oh,
like, 58 seconds glitchless sounded rich. I was like, 58 seconds.
hey, you gotta
Even
go by. You gotta go. What is it, Tori? You gotta go by that hill and do the little duck, and then you
yeah, you
transport
got to
over there.
duck 2 times and then fucking try and pull out your spirit steed to
Yeah,
fucking
yeah. You gotta. It gotta be glitched, dog. You gotta do it glitched.
58 minutes.
58
58 minutes. I'm sorry,
minutes,
58
minutes, not seconds. 50,
That's 58 minutes.
50. Yo, but that means that they've remembered the hit pattern for every boss. They've got those boxes down to the windows. There are certain bosses that I can fight like that. Like any fucking any boss that rides a horse, I've got your hitboxes nailed in at this point in Elden Ring. The same with like the tree guardian things, the snake things. What are they called? Not Wormface. Fuck Wormface. I still have nightmares about him. But the ulcerated tree spirits, those motherfuckers, they have the wonkiest hitboxes ever. But once you get them down, them bitches go down like hose, like real quick.
Yo,
Casual
Joe.
conversations.
Joe, let's get you on the first topic. The streamer Destiny, the blue haired guy we talk about every once in a
He's
while.
taking on the Nation of Islam, Joe.
How you feel about this?
A bisexual white man with blue hair is taking on the Nation of Islam.
I mean, I gotta say that's
in an open relationship with a woman right now. He'd be sucking some dick on the side, though. Those are his words, not mine. His words, not mine.
I gotta say this is shaping up to be an uphill battle, whatever he's doing.
But his bodyguard came, one of the dudes, his best friend, like, Steven, what are you doing? You taking on a whole nation? Them people do not play. And I'm like
they will sacrifice their lives for you, just for you. They can send a hit.
What, you said he got like 3,000 death threats?
yes, in the DMs, he got like 3,000 districts.
One of them is serious. One of them
more than one.
More than one of them is
I'm just saying we need a bet. Like, is there an over under? Can we go on DraftKings right now and say somebody in them DMs?
You want to go and bet on Destiny's life in DraftKings? That's what you're saying.
Yes, I got $50 on it right now.
That is
that somebody's serious. That somebody's serious.
Oh, I guarantee a good percentage of them are serious.
Like if they see him, it's gonna be that John Wick versus that guy, and he's just like they're just shooting with a silencer, but nobody knows they're doing it. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I was thinking about this, and I was like, "Where is he safe? I think the South. He's relatively safe in the South. But if he go in like the Midwest, I think it's over.
I don't know. If he moves to California for no jumper, he's pretty much as safe as he could be.
I think the South. Hey, listen. The South is the South, and I don't think how the South is.
But he's bi. How's the South going to take him not being straight?
I'm taking. Hey, you know his enemy is in the South. I'm just saying. The South is
like everybody. Black people and white people are mad homophobic.
Ultra racist.
That's damn near an American trait, homophobia, yo.
There's some truth to that, but I would say I've been in the outskirts. I've been in the outskirts of Clinton and Brandon and everywhere. The gas stations down there have mad Muslims too. I mean, have mad Islam.
Oh yeah,
Joe, those are Indians, Joe.
Yeah, those are. I was going to say those are Indians. Wrong Midwest.
You know what I'm saying, BMT?
Right continent, wrong section.
BMT, it's the app restream thing. You in the group chat, so you see it. I'll let BMT in, my God. But yeah, Joe, I'm telling you, them Indians. They ain't. That's when it's a little different. They on all the shops there, man. I'm just being shout out to them. My boy is
the Indians own the gas station.
What?
Hey, Indians got a crazy large population.
Listen, they rock with me, bro. They're like, hey, bro, I play 50 Cent every time I come in and the dude up the road in Raleigh. I just told her, oh, well, y'all can find. The dude cut 50 Cent. Can't window shopping. I'm like, what are you doing? Every time I come here, I think he said I look like 50 Cent. I don't know if I should be offended. Joe, you think do I look like 50 Cent, Joe?
I'm not sure, but I do have some 50 Cent news for you all. He will
Tell us,
be
Joe.
at the Red Flag, whatever it's called, Independent Liquors in Greenwood, Indianapolis, on Friday from 6 to 7. And he's doing a
Are you getting paid for this promo?
No, I just think it's hilarious that he goes to the most racist part of Indianapolis to promote his beer.
He's 50 Cent.
I'm just throwing it out there. 50 Cent being in the most racist part of Indianapolis is news to me. I'm excited. I can't go.
50 Cent being in the most racist part of Indianapolis is hilarious.
As soon as you go to the south of the circle, it's over with.
But I believe that because a lot of the early 2000s racists, they rocked with 50 Cent hard.
Hey, so did they?
I believe
because he was Eminem's guy. He was
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And Get Rich or Die Trying was a smash. Let's just be honest.
Was probably the most safe bet for him to go. Okay, I'm with you.
You see what I'm saying?
They did. Eminem get you Eminem give you a free card just to be like around white people?
Probably. I think so. You gotta think they were taking nothing but L's in rap until he came along. They gotta give him some. I mean, look at D12. There's a reason why Bizarre's doing doing white audiences and not freaking. I don't know why I picked Bizarre. He was definitely the whitest selection of D12 to pick from. Would be Bizarre.
You could have did Royce. You picked Bizarre.
Royce wasn't a member of D12.
Oh, that's true, but I'm just saying, if you think about Eminem friends, that's like the first one that come to my mind.
Bizarre comes to Muncie, he's not selling nothing out.
What's that mean?
I don't know, bro. Afro Man be doing numbers.
Oh, he could. Oh, yeah, he could definitely sell. But I'm talking about like as far as black people being there, it's crazy. He'll sell out. Be here now, 100%.
Black people don't be going to concerts like that, anyways. Though select certain concerts because I've been to plenty of concerts.
We went to go see Project Pat, bro.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm always Project Pat's He's a nigga that's down for his crown, man. I mean, you gotta respect that.
So, Bimpy, what you eating? Joe showed us his sushi. I got some hamburger steak in there.
Joe showed us his American Japanese food imitation.
I got pork fried rice. I got pork fried rice and I got beef or broccoli. So
that's simple and can still be considered Chinese food.
Thank you. I was gonna dispute it. I was gonna do pork fried rice, beef or broccoli, turn on my anime, and just shut the fuck up. But
I get the most American Chinese food ever. They make at the first walk, Joe. They make chicken wings that they put the General Tso's sauce on them, but they're chicken wings.
God.
That's fire.
It's
fire.
It's kind of like dipping your chicken leg from Popeyes into the mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah, bro. But I'm telling you, it's a killer. It really is. I love First Walk free promo. Shout out First Walk. I was gonna say we get all the local random Chinese restaurants are getting shout outs.
Paying me, I give me free shout outs.
Casual conversations.
Oh, Joe, we got to do. You remember when you used to listen to that night outside? Do one. Ask me, do one in the store for promotion. See if they pay. What's that, BFT?
Okay, so when it comes to the Destiny thing, the Destiny. The Muslim community doesn't have the flex to cancel Destiny online because then that would be bigotry. Right now, they got the Taliban and them kicking girls out of school, which he's going to throw that at them, or different other things that they've been having going on in the Muslim community. So you can't put something in the universe and say, "Oh, we're loving, peace loving, no phobia," but then somebody say something about you. It's just like the Christian. If the Christian got it, we got to take a lot of punches being a Christian. So, can you say that you're above? I mean, nobody. I never see the Buddhists, they get offended when people talk about them. I never see the Hindus never get offended. But it's like certain religions now, like hell, they say in the Satan talking about they're fine with getting me for hell. They just not built the church. So it's kind of like, so are you saying that y'all are above getting talked about, or y'all can't? Like, if that's the case, then we're gonna have to like, I don't know. It's gonna be kind of hard because I didn't see this type of clapback when what's that dude? God dang it, the old it's the black dude who's like
Charleston White.
Black dude that wears glasses, light skin dude. And I was
Hassan Campbell.
You see? Hey! You see?
Hassan Campbell.
That boy clean. You see?
Bro, you froze. He's breaking up. I was fighting.
What are we hearing in the background?
Oh, I don't know who that is. Somebody got 3 or 4 boys. 3 or 4 girls outside.
You see?
If he froze.
You see?
I think it's Joe.
What?
That boy.
I'm muted and I can still hear it, so it's not me.
That's Joe.
Joe got some wild calls.
I was just looking at who was talking. I could tell who was doing it. Was whatever Joe got on his phone. Probably they probably done hooked up to his mic.
I was gonna say Joe getting wild. He left some nasty shit on the phone. We just caught the audio from it. It's lit.
Hey, we are talking about 3 or 4 girls in a minute. But what you saying, BMT? But how it started, BMT? I'm gonna tell you how it started. It was a Muslim man who said, "Oh, y'all let them disrespect Jesus like this. In the Muslim community, we'll never have this. That's why all the Christians becoming Muslim." So Destiny decided to call him out, and then he put himself as Muhammad, which you know how BMT, you know how they feel about that.
A white, blue, bisexual man.
That's like if you go to his page right now, he's the Prophet Muhammad. He was like, "Oh, y'all like to always talk violence, so let me do this." So he got like 3,000 death threats in his DMs as of right now. So
that was top tier trolling, though.
And the thing about is that, so here's the thing: if they do some harm to him,
it looks bad on him.
They look horrible.
They prove him. So
exactly.
It's like, so in other words, are y'all a hateful group or not? But then when people ask them about their hate group, no, we're peace and loving. But if somebody said something about y'all,
it's a different story.
Right. So it's kind of one of those things like, sorry, there's nobody. If nobody's a jump the punch of a comedy, so is your religion too. Everybody can get.
As far as I'm concerned, comedians get freedom of speech to the highest degree. Comedy is the one thing we should be able to let go. I
always say if he stays in the South, I think he's relatively probably nothing gonna happen to him. Now, if he goes Midwest, I think it's a possibility. He goes to certain parts of the West, but I don't know about LA, but other parts of the West, I think he might be in danger. East Coast, maybe, depending on what part he in. But in the South, like I said, you
don't think Destiny's got enough money to be able to avoid those situations, though?
All you need is one crash out person.
Yeah.
If they do touch him, so he has the Rainbow Coalition in his pocket because he is definitely in that community.
I don't know, but Destiny's made an enemy of a lot of the left too. He's not like he's not one of these guys that all the left's about to come out and put their shields up for. He's not that guy.
How familiar are you with Destiny? Or did you just recently seen him since he's been in the manosphere space?
No, I've been to who he was.
Oh,
we even played video games a few back then.
Oh, bit. He's a wild boy.
I knew he was.
He's an edgelord. Very edgy.
Like,
yeah, but
somebody who's like a wild card on PlayStation or Xbox, it don't bother me. Like, you'd be surprised when people talk about why they're high on PlayStation or Xbox, and we be talking about goddamn God theories, apocalyptic zombie runs. I don't know why.
Critical race theory.
I feel like that's where hate. Like, I grew up in the era of Xbox where if you was a black, somebody knew you were black if they saw you running around with an AK with a laser. You got to be a nigger. Like, how did you know? How did you know?
If you got the gold AK with the red dot, it's done. Yeah. We know who you are.
We know who you are.
Not everyone's got the A, but that's why we develop vocal camouflage, yo. Then they can't tell.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Then you
Joe, I
spring
got a
it on
question
you
for
like, yeah, nigga.
I got a question for y'all though. Have y'all? I saw this come up. Have y'all ever been a girl's conquest and then you felt like weird after?
No, I'm
Like,
a scumbag.
like she like, yo, I just want to like you know how dudes treat women like, yeah, I'm finna just pull her and that's it. That girl ever did it to you? Cause I was like,
One
I don't
night
think that ever
stands are a
happened to
gift,
me.
nigga.
I've gotten the whole you've been on my bucket list thing. I've gotten that. But
So
I mean, I wanted to hit it too, so
Yo, that's not you. You sound mad feminine, though, man. I'm not
no,
gonna lie.
what you mean? I just
You
asked a
might
question. You felt like a conquest.
have you missed your red pill? Huh? Have you not
hey,
taken your red
hey,
pill this
he's
much?
trying to win himself off of it, bro. It's
Yeah.
not gonna work.
Oh,
Hey,
that's what
listen,
it
I
is.
ain't never happened to me. I'm just interested if y'all ever been a conquest from a girl and she hit y'all off the list and like, yo,
I
Is being on
prefer that, bro. I ain't trying to be in no fucking relationship. What's this look like?
is being on somebody's bucket list secretly saying one day I'm gonna fuck him? Is that the same thing as
There are definitely a couple of
conquest?
girls that I ended up knocking down from high school that I had tried and failed back in the day. So I've definitely done it. I don't know if it's
not
been
you
one of the
been, not your conquest, you been their
no,
conquest
but
though.
I'm saying I don't. Even if that had happened, I wouldn't feel no type of way about it. Good on you. You got what you set out for. I'm all about supporting people and like achieving
I,
their goals, especially if it's getting me to fuck them. I'm definitely down with it.
It's gonna lead to another question that I'm gonna ask in a minute. It's leading to something.
I,
So BMT.
I had a girl tell me, uh, I just want to try your mouth out, and I said, what? She's like, well, so and so told me that you're good at eating box, so I just wanted to know for myself. So what's good? And I'm like, okay.
$49.99.
Well, I said, okay, so it is what it is. I get it. I guess that my reputation preceded me. It made it from from us smoking weed behind the dumpster to the milkshake girls at Sonic. So I thought I did pretty good. So yeah, I've been on the bucket list. And didn't even have it in the female bathroom. If you need good mouthpiece, hit up Joe. So
So
I think
what
mine
I'm
is like
getting,
the more mystery thing. So I've
you're
been
the
on that list
original
too.
munch. Before they put a name on it.
Like pretty much. Oh, especially working in a call center at like back in the day. Oh man, it was always a when we finally kick it that first time, it's like, man, I used to look at your print all the time, like all type of crazy shit. I'm like, man, we was at work, like why don't you just seem like the type of guy that already had a girlfriend. And I'm like, so if you had told me this and I was like, I got a girlfriend, you still down? You're like, yeah, I want to see. I'm like, shit, all right, bet. But I mean, that's a whole different thing. But shit, shoot, conquer me then, bitch. Conquer me.
I was gonna say, I don't think men have this whole problem with being objectified that women have.
Objectify the fuck out of me. Listen, and one more story.
That part.
It's leading to something though. I just want to because I'm saying next year we gonna blow up. So once
I
you
gotta go
become the
grab my
rich
balls.
conquest, it's a little different once you become like the successful conquest. When they're like, yo, I'm trying to get a baby off him, he's a conquest. Yeah, I'm trying to get that.
Oh no, shit. Ain't no shit like that. But quick story. There's this one girl, like
What's the difference after you tell the story? I'm gonna know what's the
she
difference.
hates my guts because of the way that I speak on like Twitter and stuff. Like she would hate my guts. She would think that I'm some kind of what you call it when men misogynist type of dude. That's what she takes me as. If I say anything about women taking accountability, she hates my guts. But she's always wanted to fuck the shit out of me, right? And so
hate fucking's real.
We finally link or whatever, and then she's like before we actually like made it happen, she was like, do you think it's wrong that I only think of you in a sexual way? Do you think
Not
it's
at
wrong
all.
that all I do is sexualize you as a black man? And I was like, no.
Was she white?
Mexican.
Nah.
And I was like, I'm like, man, I'm not tripping about none of this. Are you about to top me off or what? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. I'm like,
You were okay with being random Mandingo A.
fuck a think piece. I want you to come over here and give me that mouthpiece. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like I was cool, bro. Like hell yeah, I don't care. Objectify me. I have no problem with being objectified. Come on through. Yes, sir.
Good man.
Yes, sir. It's your show. I got to be a scumbag.
I appreciate that. We're on brand, folks. No fuck's going on.
I do have a deeper question, but I ain't gonna ask that. This is a fun show. But how about for you, Rich? Once you become rich, does it change stuff?
No.
It's getting
remotely.
I just get more of that.
I don't think some guys. I think some guys. It's cool, but then they don't know who's really for them, who's not for them. Like
you gotta figure that out before you get the money.
See now. Here's the thing. Like, let's say you are a well-to-do guy, right? King scumbag. He gets the views. Everybody, he has a popular podcast show and everything. And you know what I'm saying. But the thing about it is, he doesn't know the chicks that come around him are they just using him for his bread, or just get at him for their clout, because there's no such thing as bad clout to them as long as they get in camera view and they can show like the girl who took a picture with. You know, if they take a picture with it, that's enough. All they need to go on with their career. So it's cool, but then it starts getting annoying for some people. But then they're like, I don't really know if you really rock with me or not. Like, I think that's why some guys, they don't even like their girls, and I think they're used to being just used, and they're like, well, I guess I'm going to be used my whole life, or I don't know if there's any real women anymore because they don't care about me. And I'm like, oh, well, now you want to be a piece of meat, so. Every dog want a bite off the meat, so you know it is what it is. I think it's a pros and cons to it. You know what I'm saying? It's fun when we're the losers flipping burgers and shit, and we're trying to get the come up. But then after a while, when you finally get it, you're like, well, damn. Now that I done had it, what now? And I mean, the chicks, they don't care, but they're like, I can't lose nothing. You know, so it's a mixed bag.
There's definitely pros and cons, but I think it really comes down to the person. Like it's such a subjective thing on what's going to bother you in that situation. Like I've been in isolation for a good portion of my life. Human contact's not something that I have to have, but something that's needed to survive in the world, most definitely. Something you got to endure from time to time, but. At the same time, I think if anything, money would cause like more of the isolation, because then there's even less. Like the more money you have, the less you have to deal with people to a certain extent. So it really all comes down to the person. Because if you're living off of fucking luck and one night stands to begin with, once you add some money into the mix, you ain't trying to keep them bitches around to begin with. I don't feel like, unless you are, and then I don't know what to say to you there.
You are unless you aren't.
Exactly. Like I said, I've never claimed to be a good person. Never ever, because I've done a lot of horrible shit in my life. So I'd be a liar. But just because I'm a scumbag doesn't mean that I don't have a certain amount of couth at the end of the day. And that's the barrier. I think the pod can blow and fucking. I'm gonna turn and burn the bitches quicker than they're turning and burning me. Only I'm gonna have the money to bounce back. They get the brief clout, and that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with being that guy.
So let me ask you guys this: would y'all call the ladies who are fucking with Nick Cannon? Would y'all think that he's just a notch on their bucket list for a come up?
No, I think they played their position right and fucking was like, yo, I'm finna latch myself to this nigga for the rest of time with a child and get paid. And they mission successful. The mission completed. How many women have the Nick Cannon seed?
BMT, you ain't not just a fan.
He's got 12 children.
BMT, you're not in just a fan chat, but me and Monte argue about this monthly. Every time a new baby come out, me and Monte argue.
I be watching, man. You be getting I'm like,
bro, the dude keeps saying, I want to keep spreading my seed. And Monte it's their fault. I'm like, he's saying that he wants to.
I was about to say, he is on record being like, yo, I'm trying to propagate, nigga. It is what it is.
She they being crazy. I'm like, they just obliging him.
If he's got the
That's
money,
bad for the
do his
kid.
thing.
Now, me and Monte agree that's bad for the kid.
I don't know, bro. I think that's subjective.
Hey, once you reach 20 kids, there ain't no way they all getting the attention that all of them need.
No, but if
you got 12 kids, there's no way that you're telling me that he's going to all their school meetings.
Yeah, there ain't no way he's making it to every PTA meeting. That's just not in running all these companies and shows and all that shit. That's just not plausible.
Shit, Tom Brady has way less kids, and he's not at none of that. He for the longest, he wasn't at none of that shit. What you mean?
Didn't he divorce his supermodel wife
after 20 years?
Yeah, but dad. Yeah, but I'm saying, didn't he do it for wasn't this supposed to be like his magical last year in football, and then he did like a horrible job or some shit? I don't watch sports like that, so I'm just going off of what Twitter's told me.
I'm just saying that he for 20 years of his life and him being married to this woman and having 3 kids.
I mean, I know who his wife is. Giselle's bad.
He
had to for her age still.
But a lot of fathers, when they get older, all the sport players I know that I talk to, they all like, I regret not spending that time when they get 18 because now it's like I missed all them early years.
Well, Nick Cannon's gonna have plenty of time. Hopefully, he'll make it through 18 years with one of the 12.
He's got 20.
The thing about that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so to be all fair, okay, so Nick Cannon's most successful piece is Mariah Carey.
Correct.
Yeah. She doesn't want her kids nowhere around any of them kids. She actually had to set up a paperwork that I don't want my kids around those kids.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Listen, she already told if you do that, I'll put you on child support, and I'm gonna rake you through the coals. He's not on child support with the other kids, but Mariah Carey she got that lawyer power. Like she will try to rake him for the coals. She's never really lost a case, except to that billionaire.
You think Mariah Carey got more bread than him? Yeah or no?
He can't keep up with that court case. They'll stretch it out till he's broke.
That's what I was gonna say, because you get thinking about the record labels, you get thinking about when Christmas time comes around and all those streams that she get. I'm just being for real. I know that sounded funny. I'm being serious. We ain't gonna act like she don't get a 6 stream boost come fucking December.
Yeah. So what she already said she's gonna do. She wants her 2 kids. And he can do whatever he wants with the other kids. He doesn't care.
Well, her kids are Morocco and they got they're named after
So
that's crazy. But that sounds like some Mariah Carey shit to do though.
That is her.
Like I want my children insulated from the other children that you went out and sired. It's a very
when he have number 13, y'all gonna see this argument again between me and Monte because he gonna blame the woman. I'm like, it's all their fault. I don't know. He keeps saying I'm gonna do it.
They're just getting in on the bag, bruh. He's talking about generational wealth. They're trying to be part of that generation.
Can he get mad if they do run and take him for court, like for child support? Can he get mad?
No, bruh. You don't get to knowingly knock up that many bitches and then be mad when one of them wants child support. That's crazy.
We had a bomb that said he had 7 baby mamas and then 7 things. I'm gonna talk about that on another show, but I'm like, bro, you do realize abortion is not like some simple procedure. That's crap like dramatic to your body.
Surgery.
Yeah, it's dramatic to your body. I don't know why everybody like, oh, just get one. Oh, but I got one more thing.
And a lot of niggas just ain't got $500 sitting around. You know what I mean? $500 to $1,000, sometimes more, depending on the place.
But it is traumatic on women's body. But I do want to.
Definitely.
I do want to talk about the 304 girls. You know how they always talk about men on podcast need to get out. Women got a podcast.
I don't know the bitches are, but
we finna watch some of these shorts.
Value my respect of anything. Period. So you ain't go to Dubai, let a nigga shit on you for a honey cake. Got him.
By the way, these women don't even know. Listen.
I just value my respect of anything. Period. So you ain't go to Dubai, let a nigga.
Oh, this is the same one. I thought it was different. My bad.
Hey, turn up your actual computer audio. I'll be quiet. I see
I,
it.
th- I think it's just. I think their thing is just low. They don't know what they're doing. But basically, what they're saying is they don't know. They don't know what She like, what's 100K? How much money is 100K? They basically saying they'll get flown to Dubai and get. They said they to the bag, but they wouldn't go with a basketball player over a rapper because she can't do lean with a basketball player because he got to be athletic and whatnot. Even though the basketball player have more money, they don't. She's like, she don't know how much money 100K is, and I'm like, 304 girl, y'all are losing because these girls do not know how to get to the bag, and I think just given. I do think, however, I do like the fact that we are able to speak and communicate and talk about issues, but at times I feel like everybody don't need to.
Some people got to learn when to keep their mouth shut. Even though we can talk about whatever, some people got to learn when to keep their mouth shut. Because some shit just makes you like, and I don't even want to because I'm a scumbag and I'm all for it. If she's out and she's getting the money and she's letting niggas defecate on her, that's her prerogative. But at the same time, let me ask you gentlemen, at least I know at least one of you gentlemen are parents. If your daughter's on TikTok talking about what are you doing, bruh? Like, that's crazy.
That would crush my soul.
Exactly. That's why I'm a scumbag and don't have children because I don't think I'd be ready for that. I'd have to hurt somebody.
When you used to go like this, to go up, and now you getting shitted on and
bruh.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the two parents.
You talking
I know
about,
how I would
I'm gonna
feel.
let these niggas fly me out because there was one where they were like, yeah, I'd let a nigga run a train on me and shit on me in Dubai as long as I'm getting this. Like, bruh, what are we talking about? It's crazy.
I think when you think about that, it hurts more. I don't know what y'all, the two parents, thinking about it.
Exactly. That's why I was like, well, we've got parents on
because
the
I already know how I would feel, but I have no clue because I ain't really went through that experience. But y'all two have.
I ain't got no kids. And Joe, we know Joe's daughter is getting older too, so he's dealing with like puberty. A girl going through puberty as a nigga with 4 sisters. That's a scary thing.
So I would say, because nowadays, there definitely isn't no type of intimidation of presidents. And what I mean by that is that I care about my imagery of how my family and certain peers will see me. It's kind of like my mental blocker for how far to take it. Because then I worry about, oh, damn, what my mom would see this. What the hell she think? Or my dad, but mind you, my dad been on my show. So he watches stuff. Shout out to you, Dad. So it's that perception. Like, it is a reality that, hey, when your daughter gets old, like, and I do realize that because I've seen my daughters twerk and do different stuff, and I don't freak out about it, but I also start to. I can't. It's like kind of like guiding the fishing line. Like, I kind of guide it. Like, okay, how about you learn some dances, babe? Like, actually learn like the jitterbug, the heel toe, the crip walk, different other dance moves and stuff. Why don't you learn a little bit? Okay, cool.
The crip walk is wild. Throw the crip walk, and it's like, here, why don't you take a salsa lesson, then maybe hit the sea walk. Learn the Hoover stomp. God damn, you ain't gotta shake your ass with a Hoover stomp.
The thing about it is this, like, I remember when we were growing up, we had all kind of dance styles and dance, moves. So that way,
I still hit the same 2-step.
But see, nowadays, whenever it comes to dancing, the girls don't even dance; they just start bending over and just working. So I'm like, listen, babe, there's nothing. I heard, well, that's culture. No, that's not. That's not. It's not.
It is culturally relevant to a certain extent, though. At least in teenage culture. I'm not talking about culture as whole, but I'm talking about in the culture of children, these dances are culturally relevant.
Maybe I'm not gonna ask your daughter's age, but is she like
how many kids? How many? I mean,
teen,
preteen, all the kids getting
sturdy
at this moment. You know what I mean?
They're right. No, like they're preteen. Like they just went to their first dance.
Oh yeah, like so BMT's a little lower, so you ain't quite got to that what Joe is with the older.
So like my kids already been to their first school dance. Like there wasn't no twerking music there. There were parents there, and we were gonna play no Get Low to the windows, to the walls and shit. Like we were playing, like we played
No
some
yin yang
90s,
twins in
some
this dance.
Right. So the thing about it is granted, I do know some girls that like, they do have certain conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like one girl asked me, and I remember it was at a group home. She was like, what she said, does a boy love me if I suck his dick? And I was like, damn, for a 15-year-old to ask me that question, what the fuck did you see, kid? Like, but then again, I'm like, you know what? That's what happens when you don't have certain parental guidance or certain type of guidance. It's like the mind is left out there to wander. So those girls talking like that, understand, shock jock. God forbid it. I got a few nieces who are strippers. They're not my actual blood, but I call them my nieces. They're strippers. I got to tell them, hey, don't go in the car with the guy if he offers you weed. I get it. They say they love you. That's only because you're half naked or naked.
Yeah.
They don't.
Let's not be anti-sex work, but let's be smart about it if we're gonna do it.
Sure.
Well, see, the thing about it, the thing about it is this. This is the reality that we're seeing. A lot of women are being taught about the game, but they're thinking that they can still play the same game that the men play. It's not going to be the same result. It's like we're playing with Mario and Luigi. They're playing with Princess Peach. You can fly. Motherfucker, we got to run and do hop skips and shit.
But we can throw fireballs. Once you eat the flower, you get the fireballs, you get the blasted niggas.
Talking a very white line.
It goes into a whole sexual thing.
So bad. I understand what he's saying. I understand very well. But sadly, that's what I'm saying. Like the hoes are trying to play the game to say, like the 3 or 4 girls, the hoes are trying to say, I'm going to get this bag, and ain't nothing you can say can judge me from getting this money. So in other words, they told themselves, well, yeah, I did that, but this money should bring me comfort. But the reality of it all was just like as we saw with the Amber Rose situation, where the guys were like, well, all you're known for is just giving slop and bending over. You have no other talent. So once that's done,
never forget she got 21 Savage in an I'm a Hoe Too shirt.
So y'all do know $82,000 is like the limit for happiness level. Like most people, like the more money people have, the happier they are. 82,000 is what the limit is. They found out that it used to be 60,000 a few years ago. Inflation to bring it up, but it's 80,000. Once you get that, people are typically as happy as they gonna be money wise. Even though you get more money, it becomes more of a problem, and the people tend to be. Some of them tend to get less happy. Some people just be the same, but they don't go happier. That's the thing about once you have more than 80,000.
I'm saying, but bro, if the hoes are winning, then why are they still trying to get validation from us? You won. So why are you trying to get our validation? What are you trying to prove? Like you already conquered the empire. The fuck you need us for? We're at the bottom. That's why I never understood it. Like, so that means the money, the weed, the booty short, all that shit, the tattoos, it's not really making you happy. Because now y'all saying, well, we're all the minute. Oh, no. Wait. You won Skull Castle. You won it. You got the kids. Everything. Now the men say, I don't give a fuck. You can't get mad. You can't get mad now. Like, that's why I said, like, that's why I try to tell my kids, like, money is only going to do you but so much. After a while, them parties, them days when you sober up, them days when you come off that high or whatever you're doing, like, I'm telling you right now, it's going to hit you hard when you hit them holidays and you got to go to your family and you got to tell them, like, y'all don't judge me after, I done had a gang bang video out there. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck when you take your kid to a birthday party and everybody knows that hey, I brought y'all kids. We don't want.
I feel like there's a threshold on the money thing, even though we're saying 82,000. Like, I say that, and then I look at think about Belle Delphine. She's her OnlyFans. She's literally in that top 0.01%. I think she cleared something like $21 million in fucking 2022. And I mean, bruh, I can't see myself. Me personally, I can't see myself caring once I make that much money what anybody thinks about me on any level. Because it's like, what can anyone really do for you at that point if you've already? But Belle's a special case where it's one of those situations she only shoots content with the guy that she's with and this and that. So I guess that adds a difference. There's also being from the UK and doing it there. I mean, maybe there's a difference in that somewhere. I don't know. But I'm just saying, me personally, I don't see like this 0.01% of women like Amaranth, Belle Delphine, these girls that are actually clearing 8-9 figures freaking on OnlyFans. I don't think they give a fuck what niggas is thinking about them in the long run because I mean,
you'll be shocked how many people care. It's YouTubers that's made millions of dollars, and they still creators image. That's all people care about. Hollywood actors, all these people care about image a lot, and that money
yeah,
don't
but I'm
not
saying
help
if
that.
your image is already like, yo, I fuck on the internet for money. I mean,
You'd be surprised how many
bruh.
people still hate themselves because of whatever. And you'll be shocked how many people you see rich people every day. They be so comfortable, they just start doing random stuff just to get out of that comfortability. Because people, when they get
I mean,
comfortable historically,
we remember what Jeffree Star said about Kanye.
yeah. So we don't know what people out here doing when they be behind closed doors. Because, like I said, money makes you comfortable. It doesn't really make you happy. That's the difference. Yeah, I
Well,
want people to understand that.
and
But
I
I
wanted
want
to
y'all to
throw
get
this.
in.
Oh, go ahead. I'm
I
sorry. I
just
just
want to
want
say I want to get you in because I know I asked you a question earlier.
No, I just want to throw this out here. That's why, in a sense, quote unquote, I've been, in a sense, pressed to have a girl before this shit pop off the way it's looking like it's doing right now. We doing numbers, and I have been pressed because I was somebody that was there watching me eat my ramen noodles out the cup or watching me stay up all night trying to edit and fuck up and all that stuff that I've been doing. And that's so I've always been pressed to try and I wanted to go into that life with somebody. I guess you could say in a sense, I guess that's similar to Kendrick Lamar's situation. Like the girl was with him before he got there. And so
Yeah,
and she believed. So that's what I've always wanted, but I find myself alone. I'm single. And now when I get into that lifestyle, I got a couple of dollars. It is what it is. Now I gotta double think about everyone's motive around me. So I don't know if this person is being genuine, she really liked me, or she really or because you can play a part for some bread. I've done
most
it before.
definitely.
I
People do it every
I
day.
played a part for I played a part for Penn Station before. So that being said,
Real nigga.
it was facts. It is what it is. But I'm just saying, now you at a different level. You actually getting some bread like that. You don't know if some. First off, I got to see probably if she's hustling and doing her thing too. That she work and she quote unquote at my level or something. But then at the same time, shit, you ran into some random girl at the mall that just looked real good. Hell, she work at I don't know, Charlotte Rue's or something like that, or Claire's, but she just super fine and you like her, but you don't know you hit the jackpot, or is she a genuine person? Does she feel like she hit the jackpot because you like her, or is she really like about you and she like you and who you are? Like, man, that's just you gotta think about everything twice.
Yeah. And
And
plus,
that's
like I
why I
said,
didn't want to go into that
as a
situation.
scumbag, I fucked up some cush situations because I'm a scumbag. So you got to think of it from that perspective too. It's like once you get to the point where you're making that money, are you sort of a little more careless with your own relationships?
I think you don't use. It's one of those things where you need to understand that you'll start seeing when you don't have access to it, like you thought you did, then you'll appreciate it. You got abundance of access to it, and you know what I'm saying. Like we all had our phase where I got money to blow, and I'm gonna get it in, and then after a while, we can use that from how Drake said it. Drake was hungry, grinding to the top. He used to sleep at Trey Song's basement. You know what I'm saying?
That's a scary ass thing, especially from what we hear about Trey nowadays. Trey Songz
Well,
basement is probably wild, bro.
at the time, I know, but at the time, both broke.
No,
That's why they
no,
call the song success. No,
I'm
no,
just,
I get you. I get you now. You look at it now that they have access. Now you're seeing them. They dropping all kind of creepy DMs and weirdo stuff and everything coming out. But then he's now making songs like, "Yo, I don't have nobody to trust. I don't even like being around Young Money anymore." Like, I don't know who's actually for me or against me. And that's the thing holistically true about when it comes to money or certain types of price of fame. Like, I find it interesting all the people that hang around the Cannon, but they all diss him, call him corny. So can you really say that's your friends? Or like, can you really tell some friends like, hey guys, I want to go play some Yu-Gi-Oh? Yu-Gi-Oh? I was just joking, guys. But actually you were serious.
No, I'm slapping niggas on Master Duel. You know what the vibes are.
Some people have to drop. I know some guys who will drop who they actually are just to be around a female. So you really hurt yourself. You're just doing it for the poom poom, for validation. Just like the female, you know what I'm saying? Like I know a guy, he sold his PS5 and all his games, but the girl said that's kid stuff.
Oh, that's a sad nigga.
Now, hold on now. But Sal, he's a man. He's a man. He stopped playing video games. But
that's a sad man.
I'm like, bro, where's your 5? You literally sat outside for 2 days for that PS5, and this chick, yeah, but she said I need to man up. Dude, being a man was you doing what the hell you want to do. You did what she wanted. Where is that in the code of being a man? So literally, if she were to leave you tomorrow, you're without a PS5 and all your shit. She goes on with her life. And then the thing about it was, again, I hear these 304s making demands about getting a bag. These Glorrillas and all these. Cardi B doesn't even bring her thought lifestyle around her child or any. You've never seen an entourage of hoes around her and her kids. Amber Rose doesn't mind doing that. But Kim Kardashian has Ice Spice in them around her kids. Mind you, that's freaking.
Yeah, that's hilarious. The Ice Spice with Northwest is funny.
See, but now the thing about it is, notice Cardi B, the ratchetness of the ratchet. She literally, people were surprised. She said, "I don't do none of that ratchet shit around my."
But we know Cardi used to really be about that life. Like Cardi was robbing niggas from the strip club, setting niggas up and shit back in the day. Like she was. So are we really surprised when she was on Real Time
that's
like
what
that?
My thing about.
She
that's
took
my
the
thing
real
about
nigga path.
everybody.
The real niggas ain't putting their kids in the mix. They did what they did. They're not finna involve there. You know what I mean? So I mean, she just did what real niggas do. That's the way I see it.
That's what I also had to think about all the people who fake their lifestyle and stuff. I'm like, I could tell you not from that, because Cardi is from there and say, my daughter ain't listen to none of my music.
I think
she ain't hang around none of these people.
Yeah,
because she do not need to live my life.
We all had a friend who we knew their parents did some illicit shit that they knew nothing about. Like their kids didn't know shit about it, and their parents were moving all kinds of whatever it may be. Whether you nigga out here selling cable boxes out the back of the truck or fucking niggas robbing groceries, whatever it was, their kids didn't know about it though.
But that's the thing about it. That is why.
I'm in the Hellcat.
That's why she understands. Like, yo, I can't allow this kind of stuff around my daughters. Like, so that you mean the top of the top epsilon in the female rap in the female rap genre? Understand? She knows what her music tells little girls, and she refused to play that or her husband's music around her kid. They will play that Latina culture music. They'll play all kind of other stuff. Hell, when he's at home, all he's doing is playing video games. He ain't doing no thug shit at the house. He's playing video games. So I'm just letting you know, when they're home, they're the Johnsons. They're the clean. You know, they're not doing that nigga shit.
I mean, what? That's the point in getting to the money though, so you can afford to do that shit and not put yourself in these fucked up positions that everyday people have to sometimes.
That's the plan.
Well, see, but they understood. Here's the thing about it. Because that's the case. The other two Migos, when they got their money, they would have sat their ass at home.
Yeah, but I mean, we see how that turned out, though. We see how that turned out.
It's called, when you get your money, you sit your ass down and just enjoy it. And just let it set up.
I still say that you have entirely too much money to be trying to freaking gamble at a closed down pool place in a mall at 3 a.m. Once you've made over.
Yeah, we don't go to hole in the walls no more. Nothing. That's why I say a
lot of Chicago cats,
bro. Like Get the fuck out of there and go get your money like what's that boy Waka Flocka, one of them with the
I
eye.
mean, look at Chief Keef, bro. Chief Keef is the prime example. That nigga hit in 2012, left Chicago, and has lived in the Hollywood Hills ever since.
Who said move to Atlanta to get out of Baton Rouge? Come on now, people from that know. When you from it, you know you don't want to do that no more. Even if it's just an image on the internet, I'm gonna keep portraying the image. But I'm finna move in this suburban nice neighborhood that all us live in, and we don't play loud music or none of that. And all the white people friendly to us. BMT, am I lying? BMT, do they all not move? Besides the dumb ones that end up getting robbed and killed. Except for King Von, he was a demon for real, so he was.
I was gonna say King Von was
moving away.
But he ended up.
FEG Duck got hit in the good part of Chicago, though. That nigga got hit in front of the Dior.
Get out of there, bro. You got plenty of money. Get the fuck out of there and make music and keep on making music. And
you see his mom making money off of OnlyFans?
Yeah, I mean, of course, and then see if he's hung on long enough, had they not did that, there was a new.
Before we get out, I do want to talk about one thing before we get out.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things as for us as minorities, we got to learn that. Listen, man, like especially I'm pretty sure it's safe to say all of us were latchkey kids. In some type, we're all the latchkey generation. And I had this conversation with older cats, and I said, "Listen, dude, like, no offense, like, I didn't really give us that many breadcrumbs to go off of. Like, we had to figure it out either through somebody or observation. Now, from there, I took mine and I divested. Yeah, I do. If I need to turn on that button, I can. But like I told my nephew, pull up your pants. Why you talk like that? You don't have to do that. We done did that for you. So you don't have to be that kid anymore. You don't have to be hard. It's okay, dude. You like building computers. You like eating goddamn tofu and ramen. You like listen. Watching anime back in my time, you were gay. You were considered gay.
I've definitely squabbed with niggas over anime back in the early 2000s.
By the way, they were picking on me, but I watched Sailor. Go ahead.
I was saying, people wondering why I was upset about Ja in that way. Yeah. I was like, listen, I'm upset not because of what he did. I'm upset because he know he don't have to do it. And when you from there, you know you don't have to do it. And I actually want the kid to succeed because all the black dudes are saying, oh, he just a kid, all that. If something happened to him, they ain't gonna mention him no more. I promise you they won't. I've been in the hood. I've been in the hood too long to know that once you be the dude, everybody praise you. But once you fall off, everybody that praised you and said you was okay, let them do them. They don't never mention you. They don't never hit you up no more. They ain't even your friend. I seen the guy Southern Miss came up, he broke the all-time record. He one of my friends. Used to park on the parking lot to play flag football, right? He was a star running back. Came up. He have a bunch of coaches around. Come on. Fletch, come on, let's play some football. They let him do whatever he want. The year he graduated, didn't quite make the NFL. He parked in the same spot he always did, BMT. They said, I don't know who you think you is. You can't park there no more. That where the white dude came out and told him. He done did it for 3 years. I've been in school. Oh, I don't know who you think you is. You ain't no star running back no more. I'm like, that's how people treat you. And that's why I'm passionate, because I don't want you to lose that. Because if they kick you out the league, all them people that saying it's okay, he young, all that, ain't going to never mention you again. They ain't going to never care.
You're going to be playing in Taiwan.
And they going to make fun of you. They going to joke you like they did. Stephon Marbury, for example. Stephon Marbury. Let's be honest. Don't people make fun of Stephon Marbury, but he was a young kid.
All day long.
When he was making fun, he was doing all that stuff. He was like, oh, he's just a kid. Then as soon as he got kicked to the league, all the Taiwan jokes came.
He was bagged up too.
I don't know if niggas make money playing in the Euro leagues or not.
Dwight Howard getting killed right now. By the way. I want to talk about this one last thing because I'm starting to feel sorry for Blueface because he got all these generational curses.
Oh, this shit wild.
This is
I know.
BMT, this is his mother now. This is what he grew up with. These generational curses, dog. You remember I've been on that later. Where is it?
I knocked his mom down.
Watch this.
Fine if you say weird stuff. Just don't be saying the stuff about I want to sleep with him. That's just going too far, okay? I got my own dick over here, and it's bigger than my son dick. Okay,
Crazy,
so we gonna get that all cleared up for y'all.
The fuck?
bro.
BMT, cursed generation. You thought that's why I'm starting to feel sorry for Blueface. I'm like, you used to
That shit's
toxic
so
women in your
wild.
life. You are generationally cursed with toxic women. The brother don't know
Do we
nothing
know for
else.
sure if Krishan's pregnant or not?
I don't have no clue, but he generationally cursed, bro. My bro.
You want
That
she
shit,
all
I cringed
demon?
so hard when I saw that. I was like, that is crazy
BMT,
for a
you see
nigga
why I said
mom
I'm
to
feeling
say that.
sorry for him? Because it's like a generational curse of like toxic women in his life. What does his mother know about his and why is she talking about it in that frame?
That's craziness.
Because
Generational
the hood
curses.
bitch. That's a whole demonic demon. That's not even the good ones on any watcher. It's just a fucked up berserk demon. Like it's just I'm just saying, man. Like
That's just
I've
different.
never heard my mom ever bring up anything on my genitalia.
Ever.
Ever. I don't think my mom ever crossed that line to ever talk about that. The most she's ever talked about that was, hey, be careful, you can catch STIs out
I was
there.
going to say the condom talk, maybe, but outside of that,
That's
bruh.
with my dad, my mom talked about me
I
at
was going to
different
say
times.
that's what your pop does. That's where pops came through, actually. But I mean,
but the talking about the size and all that shit.
yeah,
See,
that's crazy.
This is where Blueface mom, she crossed that line. She's now getting up there with the Kodak Black mom and Mama D, Scrappy's mom. There's a whole mafioso.
Mama D was the original, like, that's
right.
Jim Jones's mom too, or is that Mama D?
Yeah,
no, Jim Jones's mom is the real skinny one.
So it's this
She
type
was
of thing.
different too.
These types of husbands, as I call them, the son husband of the mom, because she's only relevant because of that of her son. So she's eating it up. She's eating it up. Shout out to LeBron. He somehow got his mom to play back and learn her lane. Like, hey, you can't be taking pictures with me. That's why I got my wife. It's gonna be weird that every time you're booed up with me and doing all that. No. Mom, get out the pictures. This is why, like I said, that doesn't look good at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's now running neck and neck with doggone Kodak Black grabbing his mom's ass.
Yeah,
Like,
that shit was. I almost forgot about that. That's up there. That's up there with the Blueface shit. That's up there with the Blueface shit.
But BMT, you see what I'm saying? I feel sorry for him. Come like, oh, you come from a cursed generation of like toxic women.
Damn, do the curses make it to where these? Is this why these niggas are getting the money though? Is it like the trauma has forced them to? Well, we know. Hey, Blueface stole Almighty Suspect's style, and that's a fact.
Gonna make sure you get that off.
Hey, but I did not think about. I went back and listened to Suspect's catalog, and it's egregious. We've seen some blatant thievery of niggas' flows. The Blueface called that nigga blue-handed. God damn it.
Let me ask y'all a question. As men, if that was your woman or girlfriend, do you think it's fair that you do a live and check her about that? Like, hold on, we need to clear this shit up. You
definitely. I don't know whether you take it live or not. You definitely got to say something because that's fucking crazy.
If I'm the father, I'm gonna be even more upset. I'm like, hey, listen, I don't know what's going on with you and my son, or what's going on with this going on. We gotta have this conversation. Is that why this boy got problem?
I was gonna say, is this why he's out here boxing bitches in the street and pushing her out of cars and then taking her back when she's writing in blood?
Yeah, I just want to know, like, it's like this is real serious. Like, that's why I'm saying. That's why I feel bad because I'm like,
that's the shit that gets downplayed in the black community, though. It's that kind of inter-family trauma that we ignore.
That's what, and that's how I would tell people. The reason they told you don't snitch is so all these black dudes can get off, and black women doing all kind of wild stuff. Don't snitch, don't tattletale. While Uncle so and so doing wild things, and big cousin doing these wild things, and I'm gonna unpack that one day. We're going back.
They're the most protected group, bro. They're the most protected group, man. Like, I'm just saying, you got a card for them. So All right, y'all. Time to go.
We doing this for you, shorty. We doing this for you.
Go ahead and get your stuff. All right, y'all. I'm heading out.
All right, BMT, thank you for coming.
Yep, good looking.
We about to close the show, but I do want to give a shout out to I'll Be That coming out soon. I'll Be That News Network. We'll be out soon. I'll let y'all update y'all more on that. We're gonna talk about topics a little more generic than over here, but it's gonna be a fun time. Have a good time. Also, y'all know? Do you hear me? All the clips and everything coming out. What's New 99 News will be back probably tomorrow, and then we'll do What's New 99 Daily, where I talk about things, Joe talk about things, and we have more content on here where I do the solo What's New 99. Then we'll do the combined show on the day. So now we're gonna have a bunch of that way we can put out a lot of content. Because I know Joe interested in different things that I'm interested in, so I can take on those and he can take on the other, and we can have all the content out quickly. And then we get on the podcast, just casually talk about this other stuff, 304 Girls, Wylin, and being a woman's conquest and all that stuff. And then Zell Theory might come out soon. There's a lot of stuff I'm trying to put behind the scenes. Sport Channel, be watching out for that if I can get these camps and everything with NFL players hooked up. Shout out to my cuz. I don't know if he got time to do it, but NFL Pro Bowl, I'm going to try to set up something with an NFL Pro Bowler and see what we can do. But I don't know if it's going to work out because time and stuff is different. So it's a lot of different stuff coming up.
Don't tell them the plan.
I don't know the plan. I'm just telling y'all that I hope some stuff come through. But I got a lot, so some of it going to come to fruition. So I'm just letting y'all know.
No, tune in, like and subscribe. Click the button. Click the button, Zame. Click the button. If you're enjoying the content, like and subscribe. And you're going to see if we're going to bring the NFL cat to come through. You're going to see if we're going to do the news stuff. You're going to see. So like and subscribe. Because the more that we see liking and subscribe, I think that pushes us a little bit closer to being where you want to see it. That's it. That's all. That's the tweet.
Uniqo, where can I find you?
You can find me at uniqowilliams.com. Every link on there leads you to me, man. You know the deal. My personal channel, Uniqo Williams. I've all the clips from the main channel. I put those there, and then you can always go to Overall 99 Media. Do you hear me? I drop a show damn near every day. Slow news days, damn, it is what it is. But at least we can always fall back on casual conversation.
You talk about being
Put my face on the screen, man. Put my face on the damn screen, man.
See, Jordan started. See, they didn't get. YouTube told us in the message that we got a little more leeway on cussing. He said he gonna go wild.
Every episode going forward, we're doing a 7-second countdown, and I'm gonna say fuck.
Why you pick the exact word that they don't want you to say it?
No, they said we can do it just under 7 seconds.
Well, as long as it ain't throughout the whole show. Tori, where can they find you?
You already know. Afro Comedy 765 on everything. Of course, here on Overall 99 Media, being an Overall 99 scumbag, casual conversations every Wednesday. Just a fan wrestling Fridays. Anytime that these niggas just want to talk about something random, y'all already know what it is.
Yeah, have a good time. Friday show gonna be good. We got a lot to talk about on the wrestling wise.
Approaches.
Hopefully AEW Dynamite.
Yep, about
keeps it going tonight because they done hit Sunday hit. Revolution was amazing. Raw was amazing. NXT for the first time I can actually tell Tori you can watch it from the start to the finish and it was actually good.
I've heard good things about NXT. I hope people are ready for tomorrow because I'm going to give you a full breakdown on why Bryan Danielson and MJF just had the greatest Iron Man match ever.
Yeah. So Dynamite got to keep that streak going. We had 3 straight days of excellent, amazing A+ wrestling shows.
Really good.
So I hope they keep that up. And Friday SmackDown, usually the best show of the week. It got a lot of competition this week, so we'll see.
Hey, hold on before we go. As I was watching back on Raw, there was a segment where when Baron Corbin was talking to it was when Rick Boogs and Elias were talking. I noticed Cody Rhodes back there talking to Kevin Owens. I think they're going to do what I said. Cody's going to get the boys back together.
Yeah, they're going to get them back together. It's an interesting show. Do you hear me? Check it out. Go to Uniqo Williams YouTube to get the clips if y'all don't want to watch the whole thing. But watch the whole thing. Show love. You know what I'm saying? Guess y'all watch the whole thing. We appreciate everything. And y'all might not know us right now. By the way, tip here. If y'all want to tip, it's the thing. I'll give y'all 7 seconds. 1. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to 7 seconds. When I hit 125, But why that's
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If you don't know us, you soon will. But until then,